like sitting with his back face to me. With
I'm regular!
I know you're blind, lovely.
But I'm regular.
You're a regular.
No, I'm regular.
Cool, cool. So, do you know what's going to be happening here tonight? Newbies? No idea. Okay, I'm going to ask you to grab a bar chair for me here. Okay, what do you know about comedy? Do you love comedy? Like, why are you here?
It's funny sometimes.
You're a regular. Honey, you've performed here. I know who you are. Thank you very much, love.
Thank you.
This is one of our comedians, yes. Doubling his help. So, the new people. What are you here for?
I want to try something new.
You want to what?
I want to try something new.
Try something new. No, that's a lot of my relationships, how they started. Yes, that's going to be fun for both of us. Do you love comedy? What's your name?
My name is Ivan.
Ivan. Very, very good. I presume Russian? That'd be funny if he's not.
It's Indian.
Oh, I'm from Russia.
You are from Russia, from St. Pete's?
Yeah.
Any particular type of comedy that you love?
I don't know.
And if you did?
What?
If you did know. Yeah, you didn't know. Okay. What do you do?
Oh my God, you're so excited. All the questions.
Come on, Ivan.
I love how high energy you are. Give it up. Yeah, this is a thing, like we talk to people here, it's not a YouTube, so I can actually hear you.
I love more YouTube.
Tough luck!
Fuck YouTube.
What do you do? Like, what's your job?
My job? I'm
Yeah.
a game developer.
You're a game developer, you two together, aren't you?
Yeah, we're dating.
Oh, you're dating! You are my first gay guys in Russia! Please give him applause! That would be nice. Because gays never show up in shows in Russia. They never do. Well, I don't know why. I have a hint, but yeah. Do you love your job? Anything fun about it?
Oh, I love my job.
You love your job. So you're basically here to like try something new, try stand-up comedy.
Talk?
Yeah, we have time. Yes, sure. No, you don't love particularly stand-up comedy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so you don't love stand-up comedy.
Not yet.
You're here for the
Not
cleavage.
now.
Are you here for the cleavage? Tell me the truth. Because I'm gonna go out and make guys to make cleavages for themselves.
No.
No, you don't like hairy cleavages. You're very particular with your likings, aren't you? Maybe the girl to the left would be more talkative. Hello.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I didn't know that this show will be in English.
You're gonna love it. Up to this point, you have put more work into trying to understand me than all of my boyfriends. Thank you very much for coming. Are you disappointed or what, are you glad?
Nothing bad.
Are you think glad? Good. I love the very decisive couple in the front of the house. What do you do for job? Jesus, do you have a spell on you? What's going on?
I'm working in social network at my class media.
You're working in a social network. That's nice. You can do some working in here. Do you love your job?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you particularly do? Do you work in English?
No, I watch a lot of great content and ban it.
A lot of weird content. You're in the right place. Nice to have you. Thank you very much. Any other newbies in the house? Yeah, hello. Did you know this would be a show and it would be in English?
Yes, we actually
That's a
picked
goal.
them.
Great. Yay! Cool. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. That's a beautiful name.
That's a beautiful
Thank you very
name.
much.
Thank you, Isaac. I love how you double everything I say?
Everything you said.
What you do?
I am working
You
as an English teacher part-time.
part-time English. And what do you do for money?
I work in a printing factory.
You are what?
I work in a printing factory.
Printing factory.
Yes.
That should be exciting. Do you work with like all the machinery in there?
No. I'm just working on a computer all day. It's a bit boring.
What does a printing factory need a computer? I feel like they're in a very different sphere of information distribution.
Yes, sadly, it's a dying industry.
It's a dying. Oh, that's sad. I love books. Do you love books?
Yes, I adore them. Of
Who you love? Like,
I love classical writers.
what's classical? Tolstoy?
Romantic. No, it's so depressing. I hate Russian literature.
Okay, that's
Right.
an opinion. Who do you love?
Charlotte Bronte, Jane Austen.
Oh, you're in the right place. Try not to kill yourself by the end of this. Judging by the choice. Why the comedy show?
I didn't have anything to do tonight, and my friend was away.
That's a valid point.
These are gonna be this.
Okay.
And it's just interesting to meet foreigners. I'm new in Russia, so it'd be cool to
You're
meet somebody.
new in Russia.
I'm new in Russia. I'm new.
Where are you from?
It's a long story. I've come from Cape Town, but I was born in England.
Oh, that's lovely. That's where the name is coming from.
Yes.
But this is refreshing because when you say you were Elizabeth, I thought that you were Russian, like Lisa. Yeah.
My mom is Russian.
Your mom was Russian because no, it's like my personal thing. I love walking a Russian crowd because you ask a girl what's her name and she's like Kate. I'm like, oh, where are you from, Kate? She's like Chelyabinsk. And that's a little disappointing when you want to try and work the foreigners crowd. So you're basically all over the world.
Yes, basically.
We're pretty much the same. I'm a Jew. We are all over as well.
I see, because me and my friend were trying to guess.
I like how I see. Big nose, no boobs, and opinion. That's the Jew. That's the Jew. Okay. So what brought me out to you?
I don't know, we just thought you had a bit of a weird accent and we weren't sure whether you were a London girl or a Russian girl. We couldn't sort of figure it out.
Isn't a Russian girl and a London girl is kind of the same at this point?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna get to you. Give me a second. What do you do here? You teach English, and you're in Britain. How did a girl from a Cape Town and England with the name of Elizabeth end up in a printing factory?
It's my dad's business, so I've come to...
So you are a Russian. You're working for your dad. That's good. That's good to know.
Yes, yeah, unfortunately.
That's good to know. Who's your friend?
She's a very clever girl, I must say.
She's a very clever girl, but silent one. This is the cleverest people, don't you think? The cleverest people just don't talk. What's your name, darling?
My name is Lyubov, traditional Russian name.
No, but you're from Cape Town working for your father. I get that.
Unfortunately, no. I just live in Russia.
You live in Russia. Do you like comedy?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is this your first try?
Yes, it's my first experience.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks for choosing us. I don't like the first times in other ways, but yeah, I love first timers in the show.
But I watched Comedy Club on the TNT channel, and honestly, I don't like comedy at all. I mean,
I'm gonna go now.
perhaps this show will be much more better.
Maybe. I love the name of this channel. I've heard it several times today, the TNT. This reminds me of like an AC/DC song more than anything. I don't know why would they... I'm not going to give you the stage. You have to give up now. Isaac, since you are so talkative tonight, would you care to tell us about yourself? No?
You can ask me questions.
I love how every time everybody's talking over me and then I ask them a question and they're like,
No, what I said is I don't want to talk about myself.
you don't want to
But
talk
you
about
could
yourself.
ask me questions.
Just tell me I'm beautiful. That's how you survive.
Really? I think you're amazing.
I know I'm amazing. Thank you very much. That's a good start of the show. So, for all all the newcomers, I'm going to explain a little bit about the comedy show. We're going to have two amazing comedians tonight that represented Russia at a Fringe festival this year. They're both lovely guys. We have like several kind of rules. They're going to talk to you at some point. Talk back to them. And when they don't talk to you, Isaac,
Yes, I understood.
don't heckle them.
I understood.
Don't fuck with comedians.
I understood.
Don't fuck with comedians. And I beg you not to, because you fuck with comedians, you have lousy time, they laugh at your vagina, you end up hosting this thing. This is from the personal experience, just don't do it. We have a lovely crowd in there. Hello. Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
From Wales.
From Wales. How did you end up here?
My mother abandoned me, she kicked me out. There's nowhere else to go.
Oh, that's how I ended up here. We have kind of a similar story. My mum loves that I'm a freelance comedian. She just loves it. Just two things to disappoint her parents with. What do you do?
I teach English too.
Okay, how many teachers are in the house? By the show of hands, please. Nice, massive crowd. Love you guys. You have patience. That's what I love at our comedy shows. You have patience and like an ability to listen to a dumb bitch talking. Love it. How do you find Russia?
I like it a lot. I've been here for a long time, like almost 10 years.
10 years?
Almost. Yeah.
Do you have a Russian girl?
No. No, he has Russian girls.
Love it. What do you love about Russia?
What a difficult...
It's a Russian curse.
You know, I'm asked this question every single day of my life. I just don't know if I should lie to you or tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Whatever is funnier, honey.
Tell the honest to God truth.
I love the fact that Isaac is here.
We all do, honey. We all do. We just gather for Isaac usually.
Haircut, it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not a Russian girl.
You're not what?
I'm not a Russian girl.
You're not a Russian girl. This is the one flaw you have, honey.
Yeah, it's a moustache.
But it's interesting. Maybe from Wales, it's not such a different weather-wise.
I mean, it's colder here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hate places with like rain and wind. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, the odd choice. There's a lot of odd choices in the house tonight. Like, I get people from Canada why they come here, because St. Pete's is basically the Canada of Russia. People are polite here, artsy. When they run you over with a car, they stop. Like, I've been to Moscow, there's no such shit there. Are you planning on staying here?
In this comedy club. I'll stay until the end, yes.
Shady bitch. Okay. You're gonna stay in Russia?
I'm gonna stay for a while. I would like to go to China, maybe for a year or two.
Okay, considering all choices, why would you want to go to China?
It's something new, right? It's something different. I think
Something new. Why not go to Syria? That's new.
I've been there. It wasn't a very
That's an unpopular choice.
For a homophobic country, they did some terrible things.
Syria?
No, but it's Saudi Arabia.
And you're in Russia.
Now,
Talking about homophobic. Very private, very
Saudi
private.
Arabia.
Okay, anybody else for the first time at our shows? Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
Wales.
We have a strong British crowd in the house. Don't we?
Welsh.
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 Oh, okay. It's different.
Very different.
Tell me more. Elaborate.
No, it's Britain.
And you have an Irish guy sitting next to you going like, that's so... Oh, you're Irish?
Me too.
That's nice.
Guys, it's my wife.
It's your wife. So, are you just telling me not to come up to her? Or like, what's going on? I'm not a lesbian. As much as my mom wishes, like I'm 27 and I'm not married, my mom wishes for me to grow up to be a lesbian.
Good to you.
Yeah. She just wishes for me to grow up to be a lesbian, but that's a silly notion because as a Jew, we cannot eat clamfish. Give it a second.
Is there anything holding you back?
What?
Is that the only thing holding you back?
Oh yeah, I'm very honest with my rabbi. Yeah, I think good luck having like a Jewish guy go down on you. This is the fight between you and his rabbi. Okay, what's your name?
Chris.
Let me check. Are you teaching English?
No.
No, what do you do?
I'm an international spy.
International spy. Are you working for your father? Tell me the truth.
No.
No? KGB, CIA? Since you're elaborating, I just feel free to ask.
That'd be telling.
MI6, man.
I can't hear him.
I said that would be telling.
That'd be what?
That would be telling all my secrets.
That'd be you're still telling all your secrets, come on. I told you why I don't go down on girls. We're kind of in an intimate circle right now.
If it was a one-to-one, I might tell you, there's a lot of people looking at me.
Okay, I'm gonna come up to you, like lend you a year. And your lovely wife is Irish?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your name, darling?
Caroline.
Caroline. That's such a beautiful name. What do you do?
Not a lot at the moment.
Are you trying to just like keep him not talking about his CIA background?
Busted.
MI6.
Okay.
I do some freelance work at home. So.
And what do you do for money? Because I do freelance, there's no money there.
I do him for money.
You do him for money.
That's so true!
Are you sure you're not a Jew? Because I got schooled last time. Last time I was on this stage, the big show, I said that there are no Jewish rappers. I did a bit about Jewish rapping, and then I got schooled by Russians. And they told me there actually is a Jewish rapper here in St. Petersburg called Oxymiron. Yeah. Anybody know him? Yeah. And then I figured out that he passed on a deal for $15 million because he didn't like a guy he would be singing with. And I say, he's no Jew. When I come from, Jews do shit for money.
This deal, man.
Or I'd be still a virgin. That's very different. Okay, I'm kidding. My first time was for love of money. Yeah, this is how we survive. What do you do in Russia? Are you traveling? Are you working here? Are you just doing him?
Just him lately now. I'm doing some freelance work and stuff from home. So.
And you just like traveling or you live here?
Yeah, well, we're traveling around a little bit. Well, we live here. We've been here 18 months.
18 months?
Yeah.
That's 16 more than I have.
Yeah.
Do you like Russia?
I do, yeah. I really
What do you like about it? I love how this is a confusing question. Like, honey, we all ended up here.
I know.
We have shared stories.
The book museum, I like the book museum, yeah. No, I love it. It's a very different city for me. Very different. Everything's so different and just a different culture. It's nice to experience.
So you like exploring?
Yes.
That's why you're married.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. I love married people. There's a big institution of marriage here in Russia. Everybody's very, very interested if you're married. I got my first "if I'm married" question 2 weeks since I've been in like Moscow at that point. I went to a waxing appointment. And as I lay there naked, a girl goes, "Are you married?" And I'm like, first of all, I don't see how that works in our situation. Second of all, I'm 26, and where I come from, it's basically a fetus. I'm not actually a human. At that point, I was 26. And she got offended because she's 26, and her first child is going to the first grade. And at that point I got scared because you don't piss off people who are tending to your vagina. This was my first really, really scary Russian experience. We were talking about Russian experiences today, and you know the comedian who did a bit on how to not get mugged, he fakes a Russian accent? Yeah. So there's a guy, to not get mugged in New York, he does a Russian accent. And there's also a Russian face. I'm on Tinder, so I know a guy's Russian face who like just intimidating you into marriage. This is my car, this is my man, let's go. But also, girls have a very particular face on there too. When you're swiping through, you can see them going like, "I'm not scary, I'm sexy." But none of them can smile. This is the thing about Russia. Am I the only one who's figuring it out? Nobody can smile. No? Yeah. Catherine's gonna be like, yeah. But you have your husband, so you have no worries. Because I've been single for a while, and my mom had lectured me on this. She called me up the other night, and she goes, do you know, if you don't have sex for a long time, you get pimples, you get fat, your hormones are all over the place. And that got me thinking, what's a horrible thing? The less you fuck, less fuckable you become. It's like a nature's way of saying, other people have rated this human 1 star. Do you truly want to purchase this item? Literally, after a while on your forehead there is a Uber rating. And Uber in Russia. Oh my god, the taxi drivers, I got a guy the other day, whole time, our whole ride, and it was a long one, he was fighting with his girlfriend via text. By the end of our ride, I had 3 seatbelts on and I've become religious. But that's between me and Allah. Because, you're calling everybody once you're in danger. Also, I'm a very Jewish comedian, and whenever I come on stage in a group of other comedians, hosts love to present me as a Jewish comedian. But before that, they walk the crowd, and they come up on stage, and they go like, oh, where are you from? Arab Emirates, lovely. Where are you from? Syria, lovely. And now for our Jewish comedian. And I go up on stage going like, first of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I don't know what else to say to you. I'm gonna need 2 strong men to follow me home, please. No, this is my actual night though. So, you're here tonight for 2 lovely comedians. As I said before, they've represented Russia at a Fringe festival in Edinburgh this year. First of all, first one of them would be Dennis Nicholas. Some of you have seen him because you've been to our first big show here. And he prepared half an hour for you. And I am going to ask you to give a very warm St. Petersburg welcome to him because he just came from Moscow. And I think he got mocked on the way. I don't know. Please give a warm welcome